Hi everybody and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a little bit of an unhaul video for you and a weekly wrap up. It's been kind of more than a week, but I meant to film this Wednesday, but then we were like on edge waiting to see if we were going to have a snow day because we knew a big storm was coming for Thursday. So I was like hyped up on that, so I didn't end up filming. And then we did get the snow day, so yesterday I had no school because of the snow. We got 13 inches of snow, which then led to no filming yesterday because I was just hanging out all day in like my jammies, reading and doing stuff. And then at night we were waiting again because cancellations out the wazoo again, and today's Friday and we have another snow day, so long weekend. So I'm pumped. I mean, I know we just got back, but I was like, we just got back, we had 2 days of school, then the snow day. It would be torture to make us go back Friday. Like, my students would probably be insane if we had to go back today. So I'm kind of like glad that it worked out this way. So I'm going to start with the books that I am getting rid of. I was thinking back to the video that I just filmed about my disappointing reads of 2017, and I realized that I still had some of those on my shelf. If they're disappointing and the worst books that I read, why am I keeping them? So I'm going to get rid of them, especially because I thought that I kind of already did get rid of them. I'm holding on to The Princess Bride for now because I did just get it and I feel really guilty getting rid of it already. So I'm holding on to that one for now. But I will be unhauling The Wedding Sisters by Jamie Brenner, The Leaving by Tara Alter-Brando, The Dead House by John Kurtagich, both A Whole New World and As Old as Time by Liz Braswell, because these were pretty awful and I didn't like them and they don't match, and I feel like I'll never get to the second book because that second book, if I didn't like these, why am I going to do that? Just remember that there's another one. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm also going to get rid of The Outliers by Kimberly McCray. I had debated keeping this one because I have other books by her that I like on my shelf, but I'm not going to keep the one that I don't like. That's silly. So that one's also going to go. And now on to the books that I read this week. I have a lot. I have the end of December's reads plus the beginning of January's reads, and like I said, it's been snowing, so take your guess of what I've been doing. The first book that I read at the end of December was Princess Ever After by Rachel Hawk. This is the second book in the Royal Wedding series. I love Rachel Hawk and I'm loving the series. I do think that I liked the first one more than I liked the second one, so I believe I gave this one only 4 stars compared to that one that I gave 5 stars. But I'm really excited to continue on with this trilogy. There's only one more book left, but I really enjoyed these books. And I was hoping to finish the series by the end of the year. That didn't happen, but that's okay. I still got this baby in. Then I was sitting there and I was like, what else can I read before the end of the year? And I realized that this book has been taunting me forever and I needed to finally finish it. So I picked up Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan because I was like 120 pages into this like 500-page beast and I never repicked it up. So I was like, you know what? It's already started. It's the end of the year. I'm going to do this. So I sat down, I powered through, and I finished it. So now the series is now complete. I went to go put it on my Goodreads like read list, and I started this book December 10th of 2016, and it took me until December 30th, 2017 to finish this. That's bad. But at least I can say I finally finished it. I gave it 4 stars, but I don't know, because the whole experience of picking it up and putting it down, I don't know. So I just gave it the 4 stars and we called it a day because now this is finally done, so I can finally continue on with his newer series that I've been dying to get to. Then I was like, well, I'm finishing things and I'm probably not going to read anything on New Year's. I might as well pick up Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick, which I had actually started November of 2016. I still had like over half of both of these books left, so that's why I still let them count towards my Goodreads goal. So I definitely, like, I still had over 100 pages left of this book. Like, I think I was on page like 6, I don't even know where I was, but like I still had over half the book left, so I counted it. And it was the ending, like the very beginning of it, which is why I DNF'd it, was really slow and really boring. But once I got into like current events and current time, this book started becoming more funny to me, and I started relating to it because I know the movies that she's talking about. So I did actually enjoy it by the end of it. So I gave this book 3 stars because the beginning was really, really slow and boring, and then the ending really picked up, and I was able to enjoy the ending, which was nice. My first book of the new year was Married Till Monday by Denise Hunter. This is the 4th and final book in the Chapel Springs series. I was hoping to finish this by the end of the year, and that didn't happen, so I was like, the first book of 2018 has to be this one. And I really enjoyed this series. I love this series. It follows this family, and each book follows another sibling and their love tribulations, and that's not a word, you know what I meant to say. And I really enjoyed this family. I'm sad to see it over, but I really enjoyed this one because even though I had already read the other series, I didn't realize that this series actually comes before the Falling Like Snowflakes Summer Harbor series. This is Summer Harbor series. So like those characters kind of made an appearance in here, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. So I got really excited, and it almost made me want to like jump back and reread those books because I am gonna miss this world so much. But 5 out of 5 stars, if you couldn't tell. Then I picked up The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen because I was like, I should probably read some of my book of the month books because I have more coming. One thing that's driving me nuts is this book somehow became permanently like open, and it's driving me crazy. So I gave this book 3 stars. It follows this woman, and she is kind of following her replacement. She was married to this man, and he left her for a younger woman, and it's kind of trippy. It's split up into 3 parts, so there were some twists and turns in this. I didn't love it as much as I wanted to love it. It was kind of confusing where there was like a twist, and you were like, huh? How did we get from here to there? It's hard to talk about it without spoiling it, but it was alright. It wasn't bad. I just wish the pacing was a little bit faster, and then that was really my only main issue with it. But I thought it was a generally like good book. I'm planning on keeping it on my shelves so that goes to say something. Then I picked up yesterday during my snow day, I picked up Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I had picked 4 books that I wanted to read. I wanted to read Caraval. Now I can't think of what it's called. Wolf by Wolf, Firefly Lane, and Little Fires Everywhere, and I gave each one of those a number, and I told my husband I gave YA a number and Young Adult a number, and then I told my husband to pick 1 or 2, and he picked 2, which was the Young Adult book. So I said pick 1 or 2 again, he picked 2 again, and that was Caraval. So I picked this book up. I read it all in one sitting, not all in one sitting, we took breaks to watch movies and things like that, but read it all in one day. It was okay. I went into this knowing I wasn't probably going to love it as much as everybody else did, but I was hoping that I was going to be brought into this world that everybody else knows and loves, and to me, it fell flat. I didn't feel the magic. I didn't feel the connection. I didn't like any of these characters. I don't know. There's still book 2 that is coming out, so I'm like, kind of like, do I want to read it? Like, I got this from Book Outlet, so if I can get that one from Book Outlet when it comes out, maybe. So I'm like holding on to it, but I don't know. It was okay. Just alright. And then, again, I decided to pick out one of those 4 books again. And I decided to tackle this book because it was on my most intimidating book list. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. We were debating on whether or not to watch another movie and whatnot. So I just picked this book up. I was going to read like a chapter just to see if it was something that I wanted to read. I ended up reading over half the book last night. And I started it at like 8:30. And I read half of it before going to bed, and I was like, you know what, I can't read this whole thing right now, I need to go to bed. Went to bed and woke up this morning and I finished it, and that is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. This book is a beast. It is 479 pages, so almost 500 pages. I'm really glad that I gave Kristen Hanna a chance, but I don't know if I picked the right book to be my first book with her. This is about 2 friends. They meet in 1974 when they are like preteens, and it follows them all the way up until 2006, I want to say. So over 3 decades of time pass, and you really don't know what this book is getting at until you get to the end. It really is just following these 2 friends for 30 years. That's really what it's about. Following these friends for 30 years and the trials and tribulations, I think I said it right that time, that happen in life and directions that you go and decisions that you make. And it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I just wish it wasn't this long. Like, it was dragged out, especially when you're just reading about the same people for 30 years. It gets a little tedious. And I'm glad, though, because there was directions that I thought it was taking, and I was like, please don't go like that. Please don't go like that. Please don't go like that. And it didn't. So I was really, really glad that that worked out. I was waiting for her to go this, like, cliche weird route, and it didn't go that way. So I did see that there's a book 2, and I'm kind of tempted, but I'm also kind of nervous because I'm scared that because it didn't happen in this book, it's going to happen in that book. But I did overall enjoy it, and I am willing to pick up more Kristen Hanna in the future. I just think I need to pay attention to the synopsis a little bit better. But I really enjoyed this. So that's all I read so far. We're going into the weekend now. I do have some plans of books that I would really, really like to get to. We'll see how that goes, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye, everybody.